Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to be talking about professionalism and networking once again, but this time we're going to specifically be talking about how GitHub applies to this whole idea of professionalism and kind of having a set of projects and things like that in a specific space where employers and other people can take a look at exactly what you've done. So to start off with, what exactly is GitHub? So this is considered more of a development platform, and it's used by a lot of engineers and I would say computer scientists mainly, but the main purpose of it is a platform where you can easily collaborate with other people. You can think of it somewhat like a Google Doc, right? Except what you would have is your own profile, and all of your different projects and things are listed under your profile. And anyone who looks at your specific profile can take a look and pretty much see what you've been up to. So this is highly recommended, especially if you're working in some type of technology area, but I would say it to take a look and see what exactly people are doing potentially in like other fields as well, to see if they're posting stuff either on GitHub itself or in a similar type of platform. I'm not super knowledgeable about what or where other people in, say, the humanities or arts or different fields like that are putting up all of their projects, but if you don't have your own website, things like that, this is definitely a great place to keep all your projects situated. So what GitHub's mainly used for is to host files of whatever kind, mainly things relating to some type of overarching project. And what you can do is upload your current version of whatever file onto this GitHub platform. And then from there, if you ever want to make changes, you can pull from that page and then make edits, or you can simply delete those files and then re-upload if you want to do it that way. But typically what you'll do is you'll also use this for things where you're working with multiple different people and you're trying to share what you've done so far with others. Send it to them, they can look at it, review it, make changes, and put it back up, right? And the way that this works is you can push and pull, essentially, which is like pushing is when you send something to the website, and pulling is when you take something from the website. So it's pretty much any type of file, and then those things can be reviewed. And what's going to be done from there is like it's basically like a great way to collaborate with other people, as well as just a place to show off where your work is. And this could also be relating to projects that aren't even done yet, maybe partially started, things like that, just to show different things that you're working on, right? And another thing is you can look through and see what other people have done on projects that you haven't even been working on, or just maybe even random people. And from there, you could potentially look at their work, pull from it, and decide maybe you're going to make some type of alteration to this project to make it your own. The only thing with that is you should definitely give credit to what that person has done, but also when you're talking about those projects, right, you should explain how those things were inspired, right? And similarly, like if you're just thinking about a project, you see maybe a concept, right, that's being used, and you think, what if I tried to do that on my own? And then you just take something similar to someone else's idea and you kind of formulate it a little bit differently, think about how you want to maybe implement it, make some changes to it, and then you try turning it into your own project as well. So part of it is working with other people, building off other people's stuff, and seeing what else is out there, right? But also like just taking inspiration from what other people are doing, and then also just showing other people your own work. Now, this is, as of now, like the main amount of people that are using this are those working in engineering and computer science, but really anyone can use this platform. It's just a place where you can post your files and share things with other people, and all you have to do is send your username to whoever you want to see your work, and they just have to use the search bar and they'll find your work pretty easily, so long as they have your username. So going a little bit back into how this works as an individual, right? And that's mainly what I'm going to be talking about here, is that how do you show your personal projects off to employers, to professionals, to other people? And it's just also a place where you don't have to walk around with your files on you 24 hours in the day. And if the situation arises where you want to show a project off to someone, if it comes up in conversation or whatever else, you can do that, right? So for how this thing works is, first you have to start a project on the website, and then from there what you do is upload files, then grab those files again if you want to, make edits, send them back. And you keep doing that process until a project's done. It's a little bit more complicated when you're working with other people, but there are a lot of tutorials and things like that that I would highly recommend going towards. And if I have a few in mind, I'll put them in the description, but also you can just search on YouTube on the same platform that you're on and see what's actually out there, because there's definitely a lot more people more experienced than I who can show you exactly what to do and how to get started. And yeah, and you can always just search online as well if you ever have any questions to how to do specific things. So yeah, that's pretty much how this works as an individual, but let's also go into exactly why this is important for us, right? And this is mainly to show your projects to employers, and not only employers, but other people in your field, other people that are also in your area of expertise, things like that, right? People who you just want to share your ideas, your the things that you're thinking about, your projects with, right? And so you post your projects onto GitHub, right? If it's a finished project, that's also fine. You don't have to post projects as you're doing them, though I would say that it's a little bit more practice, right? If you are using the platform constantly, but you don't have to do that, right? All you have to do is, once your project's complete, post it up there, right? Then from there, you can add like a text file of some kind that just explains what your project is generally, so that if it's a bunch of different files, there's like a README file that whoever is looking at this project and has no idea what's going on can just take a look and say, okay, this is what this is. I understand what's going on here. Even if they don't necessarily have to look at the specific files for the project, they understand what's going on, right? What is this overarching project? What's the point? Things like that. And so from there, the last thing that you have to do really is add your GitHub name to your resume and see if people click on it, right? Now this means that when people are looking at your resume, right, hopefully your resume is up to par, and if they want to take an extra look, right, they will check out and see that you have a GitHub link on your resume. And then from there, they'll hopefully take a look and see a couple other projects that they find are intriguing, show a little bit about what you're interested in and what types of things you've already explored on your own. So this kind of shows that you're a self-starter in some sense. It shows that you really are interested in certain topics, right? And it shows like a history of the different projects, the different things, the different routes that you've gone down. And that's really cool for an employer to see, to really show like, okay, this person has been trying to do this for a while. This person is really interested in either really one niche thing that this job relates to, or maybe a bunch of different things that they've tried to delve deep into a bunch of different things and figuring things out and stuff like that. So kind of shows a little bit more of a background on you as well beyond the resume as to what your interests are, because there's only a limited number of space in that one page, right? So this kind of expands that pretty much infinitely to show really anything that you want. Now, what I would say to do from here is to dig a little deeper, right? If you're interested in figuring out how to use GitHub, right, what you should do is go look at some tutorials, right? I'll try to link a couple, maybe one or two down below if I find some that I find are really good, right? But just search on YouTube, search on Google, you'll find stuff, right? And even if you first create a GitHub account, there are some tutorials there that it'll go through automatically exactly what the process is. So yeah, definitely recommend doing that. And then from there, I would recommend, once you figure out some of the basics, if you are maybe more engineering or computer science oriented, you may also want to try and figure out how to use the command prompt to try and just expedite the process a little bit. And it's also a little bit more experience because you'll be learning how to use Git as well as more of a general overarching thing, as opposed to just using the GitHub website. But yeah, if you liked this video, please let me know. I really want to know what you guys think about this series so far, and let me know in the comments below what your thoughts were, as well as if you liked the video, if you didn't, what you think I should change, maybe other topics that I should talk about in the future, things like that. I really do appreciate the feedback, and if you can subscribe, like, whatever, show your support, I really do appreciate all of that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.